What's up, WatchaMcCall family? Today we are at Jessica's family's house enjoying some nice fine dining. Did you like what we had, babe?
Yeah,
Tell
so
me.
my brother Nick cooked, and he normally doesn't cook or buy or do anything for us. So it was really no. He cooked red snapper, steak, lobster tail. What else is it? Rice,
Had some chips and dip.
chips and dip in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely enjoyed that steak. Oh, I definitely
Oh, and
enjoyed that
then
steak.
and then Fiji water. I mean, no, Poland spring water.
But we could call it Fiji.
We can call it Fiji.
It,
So
it was Fiji to me.
yeah,
It was Fiji to me, G.
better than faucet, right?
Better than faucet water, right? But today we want to introduce you all to Baron.
Hello, WatchaMcCalls family. I'm new. I've been a part of this family for like 10 years,
10 years.
but I'm here now.
What is your nickname, Baron? What do some people call you?
Lemons 104.
Put it up on the screen.
Yes.
Lemons 104. That's him. Boom. Okay, y'all, we're back home now and decided, hey, since we gave some introductions today, we might as well continue this particular episode talking more about ourselves.
Like growing up, like in school and stuff, and like going to school, people would be like, what are you? And I never really understood the question because I'm like,
It's kind of an
8,
ignorant
9,
question,
10
right?
years old, and I don't really like understand that. And so finally, as I got older, like they meant like where's your family from? So, my family is from Trinidad. Both parents are from Trinidad. So I guess I'm considered American Trinidad. I have been there a few times. I think I've been there 3 times now. So,
You're Tramerican?
huh?
You're Tramerican?
Yeah, American.
African Tramerican?
But yeah, so that's where my family is from. Beautiful islands. I want to go back. Bruce went and he enjoyed himself. Like
That's great.
we went to the beach and I don't think he was like the biggest kid there. Like he didn't want to leave.
Guys, I was surprised with how many of the locals knew who I was when we got there.
That's what happened.
You don't remember that?
No. But anyway,
They was like,
we had
oh,
a ton of
that's
fun.
Beat Mizak.
That's the same trip actually that we got all that pepper sauce from, and that's how we were able to do that challenge. But
Right.
yeah, it was it was fun. That's Bruce's first time visiting, but we should be back soon to kind of enjoy more and see more, and possibly go to Tobago next time.
Right. And Tobago is how far from?
It's like I
The
think
actual
I
Trinidad?
think the plane ride is, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes, I think, or if that. It's like right there. So yeah, we will probably be taking the plane instead of taking the boat.
And the boat is what? 3 hours?
Yeah,
did you
that's
say?
that's longer. That's
3
definitely
hours?
longer.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's my background. And Bruce, where are you from?
I'm from Philly. I got no exotic background in me. In Indian several generations ago, but
Isn't your
I'm
grandma half Indian or quarter Indian?
yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember she told me, she was like,
I don't remember what tribe. I can't remember. I'm gonna mess it up, and then my family's gonna be mad at me if I say the wrong thing. So I'll tell you guys that another time. But as far as when we go back to Trinidad, if we're gonna go to Tobago, we should take the plane ride because can you imagine the amount of people that would be like stalking me on the boat ride? That's a long ride, right?
Really?
Yeah. You don't remember they was running around me asking me what ball team I played for? Or something?
what?
Yeah, with the shape I'm in, guys. Guys, listen, this is so you know how African women have like African American women have like protective styling for their hair. This is my protective abdominals. You see what I'm saying? This protects the actual
You
six
just
pack.
got like a few layers of protection.
Yeah.
Like
So
a few to 10
a
layers.
few. I'll take that. A few to 10 layers. That's what I signed up for. But by the time summertime come around, then I take that protective,
What do we like? You said 2-3 crunches away from a 6-pack.
2 or 3 crunches away.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what keeps me from getting there because I know I'm just 2 or 3 away. Tell them how we met, even though I already did on the shorts. If you guys saw that short episode, that's how we met. But go ahead, babe. Tell
How
your
we
story.
met? So I started this job in Pensacola, New Jersey, and I wasn't supposed to get the job, and then they called back and they're like, we want you to start this position. So I accepted it. And when I started, my manager sat me next to Bruce's desk, and like no one was there the day that I started, but that's where he happened to be sitting. Bruce is in IT, by the way, if you guys don't know. His colleague was like, you should probably go check this girl out. She's at the Pensacola location. There were this multiple locations. So Bruce is like, who's this? What are you talking about? And he happened to come the same day. I don't think he was even scheduled to come to that location that day, but he made sure he came over that day to come check me out. So he comes up to me and he sat his things down at his desk and he's like, here, let me show them. Give me a hand. He's like, hi, my name is Bruce McCall and I have pink eye.
No, I didn't say that. She keeps saying I did not have pink eye.
He had pink eye the day we met, and he keeps denying it, but he definitely had pink eye. And when he shook my hand, and I'm like looking at his eye, it was like oozing and goozing, and it was like little crusties and stuff.
It was
in
easily
his eye.
6 months after.
No, it wasn't. And then so I made sure I used hand sanitizer directly after shaking his hand. But that's the same day we met. After that, I was training and stuff like that. So I'm like just kind of sitting there quiet. And he was trying to like talk to me and stuff. And I would always ignore him, right?
He would always ignore everybody.
I would ignore him.
She was never part of like the group conversation. It was several women that sat around, and I would be talking to them, and one sat opposite on the other side of Jessica, and I just didn't feel right yelling over Jessica. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna include her in these conversations. She's not gonna just sit there and be quiet. And then I started talking to Jessica and trying to include her in whatever conversation we were talking about. But yeah, like Biggie said, once you grin, I'm in, game begin.
Anyway, so we met that day, and this contract was supposed to last only for 3 months. It ended up lasting for 2.5 years. But when it did end, or when it was about to end, I wanted to keep in touch with like the few people I was friends with at work. So we started a group chat. And we kept in touch. So when I told Bruce, like, we should like start this group chat or whatever, and he's like, yeah, let's do that, because I can't lose touch with you. I gotta make sure I stick with you, because he thought like, he thought he was like in a relationship, but I didn't even know that. But anyway,
I heard that.
you did. Anyway, so when I stopped working there, Bruce says it was the very next day, but I don't remember it being the very next day that we went out. Where'd we go? Was it
the very next
Shake
day?
Shack?
We went out to Shake Shack, and we went to one of the construction sites I was working on at the time.
Yeah, we went to Shake Shack, and
investment property that I had. Go ahead.
So when we went, I met up with him that day because I didn't want him to like know where I lived or whatever. So, so when I met up with him, he used to drive this Escalade, right?
ESV, the long boy.
Oh, okay. So he used to drive this Escalade, and like I knew like the type of person he was already. So I was like, before I see you, clean your truck out. So he texted me. He's like, he's like, oh yeah, I cleaned it. It's all good. So when you get here, it'll be cool. I get in his truck, guys. This truck was so junky, right? Do you agree?
It was a little bit
It was
junky.
so junky, guys. Like there was no place to sit. I think
Oh,
like
wait. Now let me clarify it.
The front seat and everything on the floor and anything in the seat that was totally clean. The back was junky.
so junky, and it smelled bad because all that junk that's been sitting there for like probably forever since he had the truck. I guess it's just like been there. So oh my god, it smelled so bad.
The electric version of the ESV is coming out in 2024. I'm on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went to Shake Shack. So I guess like that was our first date, but I didn't technically consider it a date, but Bruce did. I think, right? Is that what you told me after the fact?
I would joke that was a date.
I think
but
you were serious.
I was trying to make a good impression. I'm not gonna lie.
I knew it wasn't a date at the time, but
I would have liked for it to be.
You switching your story up now.
Remember at the end I said,
okay, it's time,
I should head home now, and you said no.
Oh, okay.
Remember that?
No, I don't remember that actually.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead, finish telling this.
So we went to Shake Shack, and I told him like, I'm gonna pay for my own meal because I didn't really feel comfortable for him to pay for me or whatever. Right? Is that how that went? Or did you?
You
pay
said
for me?
something like that, but I insisted. I paid.
Yeah, he did insist. So he did pay for my meal. And then we did go visit one of his his flips investment properties. But so I guess that was our first date. After that, one of his friends were getting married, and he wanted to ask me to be like his date for the wedding. Like he was in the wedding, so
I had her in mind from
Day
one.
so he asked me but didn't ask me. So I said to him, I'm like, are you trying to ask me to go like to the wedding with you? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, why didn't you just ask me like flat out? I did say yes. We went. It was fun. We had a really, really good time. But at this point, like we weren't like together at all. We were still friends. He doesn't like to say the word friends because he didn't want to be friend zoned. But yeah, we were friends. And so what happened? I get there. You got there.
But
Even during all that time, y'all,
I looked at it as a little deeper because
a lot deeper.
yeah. Because I would talk to her on a daily, like just like WhatsApp or something like that, or if I was going somewhere.
yeah, I'm headed over here. I'm going over there.
Tell me his whereabouts before I even like started to care, stuff like that. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to Sam's Club today. Okay.
She cared, yo.
Like, all right, have fun, I guess.
She cared.
Right?
Remember you was trying to force me to location track me before we was even together?
No way. No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I get to the wedding, and like he walked up to me, and he like I saw his face when he saw me, and like I knew he wanted to say something like about like how I looked or whatever, and he didn't say anything. I'm like why is he punking out again? Like he's not saying laming out. Yeah. And so we had like a really, really fun time at the wedding. Like the reception was so fun. Remember we were playing around with the when the guy kept coming out with the hors d'oeuvres.
The cheesesteak egg rolls or
Yeah,
something
as
like
soon as
that?
he came out the door, everybody was just like,
I was like,
take all of it.
I said, what are these?
He brought out literally the same thing each time.
That's all
He was on cheesesteak egg
Yeah.
roll duty. I would come out and say, what do you have what do you have this time?
And the guy
I would
had
take
no
one or two each time.
The guy had no choice but to just bust out laughing because he was He thought it was so funny too.
Yeah, at first he was mad.
He's like,
It's like every time I
Dude.
come out here, it's like gone in 2 seconds. I couldn't even go like
he didn't make it through.
yeah to like the other people. But so reception was fun. No, that was the cocktail hour. Yeah. So after that, the reception started. I was full by the time it was like dinner time. But anyway, so now we're at the reception, and there was like this couple that was there, and you know it was just like a little bit awkward. So when Bruce saw that I was uncomfortable being around the in particular person, the couple themselves weren't like they weren't weird, but the guy was weird. So like I think Bruce like put it like he's like began that like protection. He went into protection mode. So that right there kind of like maybe like the first day that I realized that I could like somewhat have feelings for him. It kind of just like really it was like an off and on switch. It was like an off and on switch that night. So you know, outside of that, it was like a really fun wedding. And as I'm leaving, because we drove separately, obviously, he was in the wedding, so he got there way before me. So as I'm leaving, he's like, you know, do you need company? Or no, do you need me to follow you home? Like, to make sure I was like good or whatever. And I said, no, it's okay. I'm not too far from here. So he's like, well, let me know if you need me to be like on the phone with you so you're not like sleepy and trying to fall asleep on the road. And so he did end up calling me, and as I'm on the phone with him, he's like, oh, and by the way, you looked great tonight. And I'm like,
Another
why?
lame thing.
I'm like, why wouldn't you say that when I first entered the room? Like, why'd you wait till like literally 5-6 hours later and then I'm like gone? I'm not even like around you no more. He's like, I know that was super lame of me and I should have said something earlier. I'm like, he was just nervous, but whatever. But that was a super fun date. And I think after that, did we like really? Yeah, after that, I think we were just like talking and you
Just
know
talking.
whatever.
I got lame even after that, and then
Yeah,
and then
like
a
he
month
didn't.
later.
Yeah, even after that, he didn't like really put himself out there. He kind of just was like he was treading lightly. Like he wasn't, you know. And
And about a month later was when it really picked up.
yeah, like August is when we really like started dating like officially. But
So that was August.
That was August of 2018.
yeah.
October of 2019, we got married, and we just celebrated, as you all saw, 3 years of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing story, right?
And the true story, not that story that he told you, you know, a couple days ago.
So let me give y'all a long story short. I was standing
On the bus stop,
Jessica's driving by. She stops at a light and she yells out the window, "Yeah!" And I was like,
who, me?
Who, me?
She said, "Come on, get in." And I was like, "No, I don't normally do that stuff right away. Like, I'm gonna catch this bus." And she's like, "Get in." No, I'm kidding.
Catch this bus.
All right, y'all. It's the next day. Me and Barron about to head to his baseball game.
I'm predicting the score 6-3.
6-3, the purple team wins.
Yeah.
We'll see how that pans out. You ready to play?
I'm ready to play.
What you think the coach gonna put you at today?
Pitcher or shortstop?
Pitcher or shortstop? What position you like playing the most?
Pitcher.
Pitcher or shortstop? How many hits you gonna get us today?
Maybe 1 strikeout and 2 hits.
1 strikeout and 2 hits. Nice. All right. So we starting out this pitcher.
Excuse me?
You gonna do the thing?
Yes.
All right.
Nice. Still got him. There you go.
Good job, boy. All right, y'all. It was a tough game, but we lost. What was the score?
7-3.
7-3.
I almost predicted it, but it would have been the wrong way around. But it's our first loss of the season.
That's all right. We'll pick up from there. How did you do?
I did good.
That's good.
I got 2 hits and I got walked.
Nice. And then you had a run too.
Yes, I had a run in.
Yep, a run in. All right. Well, can't win them all, but you look good. You look good out there, man. You had a lot of strikes and all that stuff too.
Yep.
All right. So now y'all know a little bit more about the WatchaMcCalls. If you have any questions or anything else that you would like us to include in our next blog, put it in the comments. DM us on the gram. You'll have our usernames. But make sure y'all like, subscribe, and hit that bell for the post notifications. Till next time, y'all. Bye.